Independent women. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Hey Cousins, hosted by Peaches from Peace, Love, and Light. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle. If you or someone you know has talked about or contemplated suicide, please call 988 and get help today. Do you ever feel like your entire office would fall apart if you took one day off of work? Have you ever found yourself doing most of the chores around the house because no one else can get the job done correctly? Have you ever found it difficult to accept additional support when you're feeling overwhelmed? According to the Urban Dictionary, the term independent woman is defined as a woman that is confident and self motivated, who takes responsibility for her own actions and never blames the rest of the world for her mistakes or her downfall. For many women, this form of self resilience can lead to anxiety, unhealthy relationships, and mental burnout. So, how do you prevent your independence from turning into hyper independence? For most women, independence is a positive trait or characteristic. However, in some individuals, hyper independence can actually be a trauma response. Trauma manifests itself many different ways. Some are obvious, like tremors or panic attacks. However, trauma can be more subtle, like an unwillingness to accept help or support from others. Hyperindependence can also manifest as poor interpersonal relationships, often resulting from a traumatizing experience during childhood, such as neglect or abuse. So, what exactly is hyperindependence? Individuals diagnosed with hyperindependence will often push the boundaries of self resilience until they reach the point of self destruction. This spiraling behavior can make it difficult to maintain relationships with friends, family members, spouses, and coworkers. Without proper treatment and support, individuals with hyperindependence can burn themselves out trying to reach unattainable and unrealistic goals that require teamwork. Along with feeling ashamed when having to ask for help, some of the other signs of hyperindependence include isolation, depression, anxiety, substance abuse, and feeling unworthy or undeserving of support. It is important to note that hyperindependence is not a mental illness, which means there is no medication that can be taken to help cope with this type of stress response. So, how do individuals with this trauma response move towards forming healthy, independent relationships? Yoga philosophy teaches us that emotions are fluid. They come, go, and fluctuate in between. We must always remember that we are merely spiritual beings having a human experience. We are not our emotions. Feeling like you're the only one that can get the job done right doesn't make it an absolute truth. Riding the waves of emotions means learning how to cope with both the highs and lows of life. Ironically, even when they are overachieving, individuals with hyperindependence may still have low self esteem and lack self confidence. Building self confidence and trust in others will take time, but it can help to reduce stress and prevent burnout. The truth is, no man or woman is an island, and even the most self sufficient person will have to rely on the aid of someone else at some point in their lives. Getting to the root of when your trauma response first started can help to resolve your lack of trust towards others. For many women, growing up in a single family home or having to raise children as single parents can trigger hyperindependence. Learning healthy self care practices and how to be more vulnerable can help you move towards building healthy, interdependent relationships. A few steps to take towards forming interdependent relationships could include identifying what beliefs are preventing you from asking for help, knowing what you want and who you want to ask for help, and asking others for help with small things. Take as much time as you need to work your way through these steps. It is likely that it took years to become hyper interdependent. Therefore, learning vulnerability could take time, yet it will be rewarding. Most importantly, it can help to prevent mental and emotional burnout. Thank you for tuning into another episode of Hey Cousins, hosted by Peaches from Peace, Love, and Light. This show is sponsored by Sean Lee Jones and the Creative Healing Foundation. Make sure that you subscribe to this podcast to stay up to date with the latest and exclusive content. And if you would like to continue the conversation, leave your thoughts, questions, and concerns in the comment section.